Joining me now, VCU head coach Mike Rhoades. And Mike, how would you describe the identity of VCU men's basketball?
I think we're tough and gritty and play a fun style. I think that's everybody talks when they talk about us. They talk about how hard we play and how we fly around. So I'll take it. I think it's a fun way to play, and I think our guys like to play that way.
So how hard is it, though, to find players? Everyone loves to talk about they want to get up and down, but you got to be in condition for it. It has to be sort of controlled chaos, if you will, and you got to know how to play like that. How hard is it to recruit to that style?
At times it could be difficult, but there's programs out there, AU and high school, that play that way. We got to find a way to identify those guys and those teams and keep an eye on them. And I always like to say, you attract what you attract players that want to play that way. And so we try to go after guys that we think will fit our style, but it is a little more difficult than you would think. But that's the fun of it too. When you do find those guys, you got the right ones for sure.
And you've also done a great job of finding those hidden gems, players that ultimately will end up playing professionally and in the NBA as well. How critical is it on the developmental side of developing that talent and maybe not necessarily always getting that guy that's ready to just, be a high profile talent on day one?
Yeah, I take pride in that. That's sort of how I was as a player, and the development part is crucial to us. For example, some people might rank a kid we take, it's a 3-star. By the time he's a junior, we want to see if we could make him a 4 or 5-star. Briante Weber is a great example of that. I don't even know if he was a 2-star. He's played multiple years in the NBA. We've had some other guys, Travian Graham, and of course, Vince Williams and Bones Highland. Those guys, they're very talented players when we got them, but we developed them and they worked really hard to develop themselves. So that's important to us. And we want guys with that chip on their shoulder that want that development and spend a lot of time in the gym with the coaches. So that's just sort of the evaluation process we take at VCU. And maybe we look at some things with high school kids a little different than others, but take pride in that.
The other thing too is, I always feel like when we're building toward the NCAA tournament, we can't forget about VCU. If your numbers aren't, where they should be in January, February, you guys always get better and are right there at the end to get in, possibly get in. What is it about the way you sort of build that through the season to where it seems like you're always in position to be right there?
Well, we're always going to play a great non-conference schedule, so that. So sometimes in early in the year, you may take some lumps here and there, but we're always playing a very tough schedule. I think that makes us better as we get into Christmas and past Christmas, and of course in the tough A-10 schedule. I always, as a player and as a coach, you say if you become better in January and February, look out what you can do in March, and that's sort of been our mentality around here for a long time. You want to be a team in the country late in the year. Nobody wants to play. So 1% better every week. That's what I tell our guys. Let's just try to get 1% better every week. And after all those weeks of the season, you could turn into a pretty good team late in the season.
All right. So for this group to compete at the top of the A-10 come March, what has to go right?
Well, the biggest thing is we have to have better offensive efficiency. We got to take care of the ball better, and we got to shoot it better. When Ace Baldwin, our point guard, came back after the first 8 games with an injury, we were better. But the key for us is we're going to be able to defend and press, but we got to make sure that we're going to be efficient on the offensive end. We got to take care of the basketball.
And to play games in the New York area, which obviously you do play Fordham. Maybe not every year there. You obviously have the A-10 tournament has historically been in the New York metro area at Barclays. How critical is it to play an event like this in that area for VCU, not just the teams, but also for recruiting and getting that VCU brand out there?
Well, for many reasons. Number one is just taking our guys to New York City. You see their eyes light up. For any athlete to go into that area, it's just really cool. It's a great experience. Second, our fans travel. Our fans at VCU, they travel everywhere we go, but for some reason, just a lot more people when we get to New York City. And then it's just a great place for the media. We could show off VCU basketball in the New York City area and with the media, and everybody around there loves college basketball. So it helps us in so many ways. But honestly, Andy, it's a lot of fun, as you know, and you've been to many games and sat courtside. It's just fun to see college basketball in New York City, and for VCU to be a part of it. We're very appreciative. It's special without a doubt.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you.